OpenAI had their first Dev Day yesterday. Here is a concise summary of all things which have been announced yesterday. So GPT-4 Turbo is introduced. It is the next generation of GPT-4. It is a more capable, cheaper, and it supports 128K context. And this context can fit the equivalent of more than 300 pages of text in a single prompt. The performance is also optimized, and GPT-4 Turbo is at a 3x cheaper price for input tokens and a 2x cheaper price for output tokens compared to GPT-4. This is already available for all paying developers by passing a particular parameter in the API, and the stable production ready model will be released in the coming weeks. There has been some updates to function calling. So with function calling, you can describe functions of your app or external APIs to model. And now the improvements are that you can have the ability to call multiple functions in a single message. Then you have improved instruction following and JSON mode. So GPT-4 Turbo performs better than the previous model on tasks that require careful following of instructions, such as generating specific formats like always respond in XML. It also has a new JSON mode, which ensures the model will respond with valid JSON. There is a new API parameter response format, and once you send saying that the output is JSON, then you get a syntactically correct JSON object as output. This is very useful for developers. Then they are also introducing something called reproducible outputs and log probabilities. They have a seed parameter so that you get consistent model completions. Okay, the model returns consistent completions most of the time. They are also launching a feature to return the log probabilities for the most likely output tokens generated by GPT-4 Turbo and GPT-3.5 Turbo in the next few weeks. Then they have this updated GPT-3.5 Turbo as well. So now GPT-3.5 Turbo by default supports 16K context window. It also supports improved instruction following, JSON mode, parallel function calling, and a lot of other features. Then they are introducing a new API called Assistants API, with which you can create your own custom agents. So you can build custom assistants or specific instructions for leveraging extra knowledge, and can call models and tools to perform tasks. So this assistants can access new tools like code interpreter, retrieval, function calling. Retrieval is your RAG, retrieval augmented generation. Code interpreter is a Python Python code in a sandbox execution environment. And function calling enables assistants to invoke functions. So these are some of the new APIs. And then OpenAI is going to go multimodal, right? They are already multimodal with GPT-4 with Vision, but now they are introducing that in the API. So you have GPT-4 Turbo with Vision, which can accept images as inputs in the chat completion API, and then it can enable use cases such as generating captions, analyzing real-world images in detail, and reading documents with figures. You then have DALL-E 3. So DALL-E 3 can be used for generating images. So DALL-E 3 is also now going to be introduced into the API through their images API. So you can DALL-E 3, you can specify the model, and now you can make use of it. Already companies like Snap, Coca-Cola, and Shutterstock, they have used DALL-E 3 to programmatically generate images and design for their customer campaigns. So the prices are $0.04 per image. Whereas for GPT-4 Turbo with Vision, it is even less. It is $0.00765 for passing an image of 1080 into 1080 pixels. Then they're also introducing a speech text to speech, basically text to speech API. Their new text to speech model they're introducing called TTS1 and TTS1 HD. These are optimized for real-time use cases, and TTS is optimized for real-time use case, and TTS1 HD is optimized for quality, and the pricing is again $0.015 per 1000 characters. So these are the three multi-modal APIs which have been introduced yesterday. Then you have model customization. So you can do GPT-4 fine-tuning. They are creating an experimental access program. So what they are saying is that GPT-4 fine-tuning requires more work compared to GPT-3.5 fine-tuning. So as quality and safety of GPT-4 fine-tuning improves, Developers actively using GPT-3 5 tuning, they will be presented with a new option to apply to the GPT-4 program for their with their fine tuning console. Okay, so there it is still experimental. Then they are also introducing something called as customs model program, whereby organizations can, or developers which require more customization than fine tuning, they can work with a dedicated group of OpenAI researchers to train their own custom GPT-4 for a specific domain. And they can do this by modifying every step of the model training processes, from pre-training to running a custom reinforcement learning post-training process, and a lot of things. But this program will be very limited and expensive to start with. So interested organizations can already apply. Then they talk about the lower prices and higher rate limit. So you can look at the prices and other things over here. I'll not be talking about it. But these are the exciting developments. They're also releasing a Whisper v3 open source. That is the next version of open source automatic speech recognition model. They are releasing that. They're also releasing a consistency decoder, which is a replacement for the stable diffusion VAE decoder. Okay, they are releasing that. They're also releasing something called as copyright shield, which helps customers safeguard their systems. So this will help customers defend and pay the costs incurred if they face legal claims around copyright infringement. Okay, infringement, right? So this is specifically for ChatGPT Enterprise and Developer Platform. Okay, so these are the latest announcements in a quick nutshell. Key things are new APIs like Assistant API, and then multimodal capabilities, which including vision, image creation, and text to speech. The new GPT-4 Turbo, which is more capable, cheaper, and supports a 128K context window. The Assistants API is also huge because it helps developers build their own assistive AI apps or agents, which can have multiple goals, which can call models and tools. I hope you like this video. I'll be putting a link to this